Hello and welcome to another video. So for today I am filming my weekly setup for the week of May the 11th through May the 17th. And for this week I honestly wasn't feeling like I wanted to set this up. Like I had a lot to do and I wanted to do something pretty quickly. So I decided to just use some of the leftovers from the kit that I used last week and also to use the exact same setup. So the layout is the same. I'm just pulling in slightly different stickers depending on what's left and working from there. I also pull in one full box from another like sticker shop and then some washi tape that also wasn't part of the kit. It just happened to have some, and then put the spread together. So it's a pretty quick setup. I hope that this will be a pretty quick video and we'll just get right into it. We have now transitioned into the time lapse and I'm moving my bookmark because it was going to make my page kind of lumpy. And so the first thing I do is pull out some washi tape that I think would match both the kit and also wouldn't be too big. So I decided that I wanted to go with silver foil and that a 10mm washi tape would be best. So this is a bees and like berries kind of silver washi tape. It is from one of the Simply Gilded subscription boxes. I think this was May of last year. So I framed the spread both at the top and the bottom with this washi tape. And once I do that, I have to get my boxes all drawn in. So that's going to take me a second to measure and get sketched out. And I'm going to enter into some ambient music for that section. With that done, the next thing I do is put in my dates. And so I decided to use the same date cover style as I did last time with the same layout. I really was not looking to get incredibly innovative this week. I just needed this down so that I could write everything in and then go about my weekend and go about my day. I start by using these little label stickers again, and this time I decided that I wanted to change up the font. So when I go in to write the days in, I use a capital script font instead of the cursive script font that I used last week. And then because I didn't use this spread in my memory planner for a second week, that meant that I actually had leftover date dots from last week. So the week before, the dates for the 4th through the 10th got used in my memory planner. However, the kit came with dates for an entire month. So this week I used the 11th through the 17th, just the ones that came with the kit. So I didn't have to write them in and they looked extra nice. This full box that I'm pulling in is from the November Simply Gilded box in 2019. So just this past November, that was their anniversary celebrations box, and it came with several full box stickers modeled after journaling cards that they have released, and I pulled one that matched. Strangely enough, this set of stickers didn't come with silver foil. They had gold, rose gold, holographic foil, and not silver. So this is a silver hollow foil, and it doesn't exactly match the silver that I'm using because it's not exactly the same, but it also doesn't stand out too much, and it's still in the realm of silver, so I thought that would be fine. Then in the bottom left-hand corner, I put a hydrate tracker because it was the size of a full box, and I figured, why not? Just needed something to put there, and it actually helped me this week. I found that I have not been drinking as much water as I feel like I need to, and then I get headaches. So this week, since that tracker was there, I tried to prioritize that a bit more. Now all of my dates are in. The main structure of my week is laid down. I wanted to pull in other elements from the kit, things that reminded me more of the original theme. And so I'm checking exactly how many things I have going on this week, how much space I'm going to need in each box, and it's not that much. There was nothing going on. The academic year is winding down, and this was the second to last week of classes for the whole trimester. So things were ending, which meant that I could afford to use these scalloped butterfly headers in all of my days, and I put those down. I liked that the butterflies kind of brought back the springiness of the kit, because right now, and as well roped in some more of the pink, because right now it's just a lot of greens and blues, and the green is a really sagey kind of color, and I just wanted something a little brighter. I put all of those in, and then I reference my monthly view again, which I do a ton, to make sure that I get in all of my bills and events and things that I've known about for a while. Then the first thing I decide to lay down are these circle stickers that I'm then going to layer with a little TV icon, and those are just to mark the YouTube videos that I wanted to get up for this week. And again, second week in a row, I managed to get them all up. So that has been very nice. I'm falling into a schedule that I think is going to work, at least for the near future. Things might get a little crazy towards the end of June because I'm moving then, but for now this is working for me. So Monday I put up a plan with me like usual. Then Wednesday I was excited to put up my March Fairy Loot unboxing, and Friday brought a really different kind of video. It was a reading vlog centered on The Wheel of Time, the first book in this series, The Eye of the World, and it was long. It was too long, but it was the first time I'd ever done that kind of video, so it was an interesting thing to put together and to edit. It took me decades to edit, but I did it, and I was really proud of that video. Then on Sunday, I marked that I had a bill due. That is when my Simply Gilded sub box renews, and so far I'm enjoying it, so I'm just going to keep it. Then on Saturday, I put down this planner flat lay to mark that that's when I usually film my plan with me's, and this week's probably going to be no different. I find that a Saturday afternoon is a really good time for me to plan out the next week. Friday, I am marking with a flag sticker and a little coffee cup icon that at 7 p.m. my school is hosting a Zoom event called Coffee House. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure exactly what that entails, but I am pretty sure that it involves like student performances of music and stuff. So that's actually tonight when I'm doing this voiceover, and I guess I'll get to see what that's all about. Then with this flag and these little celebratory champagne glasses, I'm marking that this Friday is the last day for seniors. So all of the other students have one more week of classes, but seniors get let out a little early. Before things with the pandemic hit, they had like a senior trip planned in this last week, but that got canceled. And nevertheless, administration thought that it would still be nice to let them get out early like they would have if they were going on the trip. So I wanted to mark that down, especially because I have mostly seniors in only one of my physics classes, which means that next week I have one block that has its regular 12 students and then another that has 2. And one of the students, because of the time zone differences, they don't log on most of the time on Fridays. So there's going to be one day next week where I'm pretty sure I'm just going to have one student, and I'm hoping to be able to get them to move to the other block and just visit that, so we don't have to hold a whole class session and there's just one person there. So we'll see how that works out. Then while I was talking about that, I put in some checklists on Monday and Wednesday. I just cut them down to 3 bows each. And then because I was finished with the checklists, I had to get creative for how I wanted to note bullet points in the other days. So on Saturday, I used 2 bows, and then I was running out of bows. So on Sunday, I used a bow and a heart. And then on Tuesday and Thursday, I put in these little arrow kind of stickers. And I really like how this kind of came together. I was using little scraps, but what I really enjoy about this kit and the way Print Petticoat Bandit formats her kits is that because she tries to put so many stickers onto one page, that means that she is also doing a lot of little stickers and like all of these tiny spaces where other sticker shops might not necessarily put stickers. And so I think that's a really fun aspect of their shop, and I was really enjoying that this week. Now I've laid down another washi tape. This one is also from May last year. I think it was the Mayflowers theme that this is from. And it has a really delicate script on it with a few different sayings. And I can't really read all of them very clearly. There's one that says, "Turn over a new leaf." One that says, "Spring forward." And then I think the last one says, "You are a beautiful blossom." But the script is so delicate that it's really just hard to read, so I don't get much out of the quotes. It just looked nice, and I was glad that it had some theme colors mixed in. And here I'm putting together a few different sections. So starting with these 2 full box checklists, they were the last 2 that I had, and I used a remember header to just have a place to collect lists. Ultimately, this is just a page full of places to collect lists. That schedule sticker that I put on the right, I used for mapping out Instagram posts and trying to keep up with that. I was doing pretty good, and then I fell off it for a while, and now I'm coming back and trying to utilize it just a bit more, just to keep the page alive. In this next third, I put a header that says little things. Here I'm also having to kind of pull random little pieces to get a kind of bullet point list space set up. So I start with these 3 little arrow icons, and then next to those I use this alternating bows and hearts kind of list, just because those were the types of pieces that I had left. And already we are nearing the end of this video. So super simple setup, super straightforward. I just make another bonus little notes list down here at the bottom, and then I show you my week, and that's it. I really wanted to keep this simple. I wanted to have a lot of space for lists and notes and things like that, because I was having a lot of random little things just kind of on my mind, so I wanted to have a place to put them all down, but I also didn't need anything more involved than that. I didn't want any trackers. I didn't want any like quotes. I didn't feel like lettering anything, so I wanted to make sure that whatever I put in this section was just stickers. So I ended up with all these lists. And that's it for this video. So I hope you enjoyed what you've seen, and I really hope to see you next time. Bye.